Okay, Mercy, so it is National Apprenticeship Week. We wanted to ask you a few questions. First one, why are we only celebrating apprenticeships in 1 week of the year? What do you think we should be doing to shout about them more the rest of the year around?
I think National Apprenticeship Week is incredible. I love the fact that we, make noise about apprenticeships for the week. However, I do believe it needs to be done more than once. You hear about university all through the year. It's not just UCAS and, the time that you're applying. And I think there's not enough noise that's made about. And it's not just about noise, it's educating people about them. I am from an African background and my parents had no idea what apprenticeships were or, what they could entail, what they could lead to, let alone, apply for an apprenticeship. But the fact that I'm on an apprenticeship allows me to speak to other people, other Africans and people that don't want to do apprenticeships, that think university is the only way, and it's not. And I think if we speak more about them, if we educate parents about them, especially parents, because we're still living in a time where parents, have a say and, guide their children towards university. So if there's another option, and quite frankly a better option in my opinion, then we need to speak about it a lot more.
100%. I think all of us here are not going to uni, ambassadors as well. We're all here to educate people about the opportunities. So I think, we're doing our best. We're shouting about it all year around.
Yeah.
There needs to be, like you say, more noise, more education. But I agree with you. I think National Apprenticeship Week has its place, but we could be doing more.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we've touched on a bit of it already, but why do you think it is so important that we celebrate apprenticeships?
Yeah, I think it's important for us to, first of all, know other alternatives to higher education, but also for the companies as well to allow younger people in, a new generation to come in, learn, and essentially continue. It's a legacy growing move, if you ask me, because we have big companies that, we haven't, I don't know if we still have an aging population, correct me if I'm wrong, but there are people that are growing older and then we've got new people coming in. So apprenticeships allow for the younger generation to get straight into the world of work, have a feel about, adulthood. We don't get taught that in school. You're not taught about taxes, you're not taught about tax codes and any of that. So you kind of are thrown in at 18 or whenever you do start working. So if apprenticeships are spoken about more and celebrated more, we have a new generation that's coming in that has an understanding of work straight away.
I like what you say there about the kind of movement of knowledge, because I always picture knowledge being cyclical. You learn it, you grow it, you pass it on to somebody else. They learn it, they grow it, they pass it on, and I think that's ultimately what we need with apprenticeships. And I think with the fact that we are so early in apprenticeships' lifetime, in the grand scheme of things, normal jobs and university have been around a hell of a lot longer than apprenticeships have. I think we'll get to a place where that knowledge will become part of the cycle, but we need to be the ones to be the beginning of the cycle. We need to be the push to get the bike moving. So I think, again, like I said on the previous question, we're all doing what we are doing currently. Let's shout about it and let's celebrate them, because ultimately what we're doing is breaking a long-lasting education tradition.
Yes,
like,
agreed.
We're breaking the mould.
Yes.
And talking of that cycle, one simple question to finish up on: university versus not going to university. What do you think?
Oh, that's a great question. I've done a bit of both, but ultimately not going to university. Reason is, university is great for getting the knowledge and the theory, but it doesn't help you or prepare you for the practical. Imagine you're learning to drive a car, and you just go to theory. You never do any practical, but you're just supposed to know how to drive a car because you've done the theory. Not good enough. So universities are great, but not going to uni.
Thank you so much for sitting down with me today. Really appreciate it.
My pleasure.